What's up, everybody? So before the holidays, Lana and I told you about a trip we were taking to New York City and that it was gonna be her very first time in my hometown. We were gonna vlog it for you, right?
Right.
But we didn't.
Right?
Oh my God. Ray, show her how to do this show. Let's try this one more time. So we were gonna vlog it, right?
Right.
But we didn't, right?
Right.
Thank you so much, Ray. There you go, you got that? All right. We did not vlog it, and if you're wondering why we didn't vlog it, in all honesty, we were just having too much fun. So here it goes, you guys. Lana's first time in New York City.
I wanted to go to New York ever since I was a little kid after watching Home Alone Lost in New York. So I wanted the entire Kevin McAllister experience, and but not lost. Like I wanted people I loved.
She wanted to be found.
I wanted to be found
in New York.
In New York.
So Kevin McAllister was lost in New York. Lana Houghton found
in New York.
In New York.
And it was an amazing experience, and like I want to do it again, like tomorrow.
I wanted to make this trip really special for Lana because, one, I'm from New York, and like, I feel like me, Grace, and Tasha are all from New York. Only Ray and Lana are from here, and we're constantly discussing how amazing New York is, or the energy of New York, or the people, and why we are the way we are, and how we hustle, and how we wake up earlier than everybody. Like, it's just a whole vibe and a feeling. If you're from NYC, comment below and try to help me explain why I love my city so much. And then when she expressed to us, like, I've always wanted to go to New York, like my whole life, I wanted to make it really special for her for both of those reasons. And it was the holidays, and she had actually decided to spend Christmas with my family, which I was like, what?
When I was packing 2 days before, I had Home Alone in the background, and my mom was like, this is literally all you've dreamt of as a kid. Like, you should go and make the best out of this. Even though, like, I was like, I feel bad because I'm leaving my family behind.
They were like, go have the best time of your life. And I loved that. And I kept trying to explain to Lana, like, you know this isn't a work trip, right? You know this isn't a work trip. This is like fun. And that's mainly why we didn't videotape, because that would have felt like work, to be quite honest with you. You were dressed so cute too.
Yeah, I had to go with the whole New York vibe.
What do you mean when you say that?
Like, I wore all black every single day, turtleneck, jeans.
Grace, we taught her well.
Yeah, Grace kind of helped me with a few of my outfits, I'm not gonna lie. And then a leather jacket, boots. You feel like somebody in New York. Maybe because I felt like this is an experience, I felt like, oh, like I know, like this is where I belong. Like you feel like this.
That.
I don't know. It's weird to explain. Like when you walk out of the hotel and you could make a left and go to the coffee shop and greet the same person that every single day made your coffee.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow.
It's so different because LA is so spread out. Like you have to drive places, and New York City is so crazy. There's like a real sense of community in the city. So we took the car and we were heading into the city, and literally as soon as we came out of the Holland Tunnel,
Wait.
I had
Pause.
tell him. What?
The whole way there, she played Empire State of Mind because
No, multiple different New York songs. I played Fat Joe and Ja Rule's
But
I
the
Got
one-
100 Guns, 100 Clips song.
the one that spoke to my heart was Empire State of
Jay-Z
Mind.
and Alicia Keys' Empire State of Mind. I also played the original Frank Sinatra.
That's
It's up to you. I played that. Fabulous.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yes, so New York. So I had a whole New York playlist ready for her, and we played those songs as we were pulling into the city. And then as soon as we came out the Holland Tunnel, I'm like, first of all, she got a little freaked out at the Holland Tunnel.
Well, because she told me we were underwater, and I was like, well, I was like, I'm so confused. How are we underwater right now? I don't feel safe, was the first thing. I was like, what did I get myself into right now?
She was bugging out, and once we came out, I was like, did that make you nervous? She was like, yeah, I was nervous.
So I'm not sure if it was her playlist that was making me emotional, or if it was the fact that like, this is what I've dreamt of as I was a little kid. You know where Kevin McAllister arrives at the airport and he sees the skyline, and you're like, this is real, you know? So when we pulled out of the tunnel, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in New York. Oh my gosh, like this is Kevin's experience. Like, look, I look up to him. I love him.
Yeah, he's an icon.
He's an icon.
With that being said, we were at the Ludlow. We had the best time. Everyone had their own little apartments. Mariah was with us. She had her room. Me and Iz in one room, and Lana.
As soon as we got there, we grabbed coffee at the coffee
Ludlow
spot.
Coffee. We're in my hood in LES. I brought Lana to my neighborhood. Israel's looking bougie, drinking his coffee.
Ludlow Coffee Supply.
Did you get vanilla bourbon?
Okay.
If I'm right
Then
next
we
door.
walked around and you showed me the bodega, the Dominican hair salon.
Oh,
Your
Santo Domingo
mom-
Bakery.
Oh yeah, and
We saw that girl that I grew up with that knew she saw me, but she tried to act like she didn't see me, but I smiled back and I'm like, hi, I know you. That was awkward.
And then my first afternoon there
Oh.
was with Adrienne's mom.
Yes. So my mom came from her house. She now lives in upstate New York. She drove down an hour and a half and was like, I'm here to take Lana to Cat's Deli. So literally while me and Mariah, Lana didn't need her hair done. She had already gotten it done. She arrived with her hair did.
I needed
for
to
New
be
York
prepared
City.
for New York.
Yeah. Lana got shown around Delancey Street.
Williamsburg Bridge. And then we waited in the Cats line and it was
Really long.
really long.
What'd you eat?
We got a few options. We got the pastrami, we got the hot dog, we got the root beer, which is fire.
Wait.
And then in Cats, like everyone was like, oh, and this is where that movie, what was that movie?
When Harry Met
When
Sally.
Harry Met Sally.
Classic scene, Meg Ryan, you know the deal.
The people next to us were like, and that's where When Harry Met Sally was shot, and it was just such a cool experience.
Yeah.
And especially because I did it with your mom, that meant so much. I went to Cats twice, once that I remember and once that I don't remember at
Once
all.
that
was
neither of us,
it was a blur.
no, we're not lying to you. We only know that we were at Cats.
Because we checked my credit card statement.
One day we'll explain that story. Oh, girl.
My gosh. We have to explain off camera.
We had a great night in New York City. More amazing memories that we will never remember. Yeah, that was one of those for sure. After Cats, my nieces and my sister came down to meet us to see the movie Cats with a S, not a Z. With a C, not a K. And then my Titi Fuji met up with us.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, what?
No, didn't she come to the movie
Didn't you say that
theater?
was one of your favorite parts?
That was my favorite.
So we all saw the movie Cats. If we were movie critics right now, not gonna lie, we would not give it 2 thumbs up.
Or 1.
There goes that. I thought it would be really special to take Lana to my aunt's house because it's one of the places that I grew up in. And so we went back to my Titi Fuji's house and we went through like boxes and boxes.
Of old photos.
Yes. And how did you feel about that?
I think, okay, I think Adrienne makes way more sense to me now that I've seen where she grew up and what she was surrounded by. Because before I was like, relax, it's okay, like everything's gonna be okay. And now it makes sense because everything in New York is like, you gotta
Very
just get it done.
fast-paced.
And we're like more laid back here.
Hung out at Titi's until 7:30, 7:30-ish.
Yeah.
Then we did like a family Christmas dinner, but I'm not gonna lie, it low-key was like a welcome to New York City dinner for Lana at Beauty and Essex. But there's actually a Beauty and Essex here in Los Angeles, but I wanted her to know like that's not the original boo-boo.
Which I've never been to the one in LA.
Yeah.
I told you that.
Yeah,
I'm so glad that I experienced the New York one first.
yeah, the original. We partied at Beauty and Essex, had the most amazing dinner as a family. The whole time we were like toasting to Lana's first time in New York. Lana's first time in New York. Yay! To Lana. And after that, my cousin Georgie was with us at the dinner, and Tasha was gonna be coming to meet up to take Lana out. I, being the
Don't say responsible
adult,
Don't say that.
married woman that I am, I went to bed with my husband while this one was a hood rat in the streets of the Lower East Side. And she went to spots like pianos. And who slept in your room?
So, Tasha and her cousin, Kai,
Yes.
we had such a fun night and we didn't get back home till like 4:30 in the morning. And this is the cool part about New York. The clubs don't close at 2 a.m. The alcohol doesn't stop at 2 a.m.
Facts.
And then afterwards, you don't gotta go to Denny's because there's all these restaurants open.
Everything is still open.
Everything is open. So
it's the city that never sleeps.
they grabbed pizza, and then when we went back to the hotel room, everyone just slept in my room. Yeah.
And then we woke up the next day and we had a meeting.
Yeah, I had a
You had a meeting. I technically didn't have a meeting. Lana booked a meeting for herself in New
was a
York
good
City.
one, though.
It was a good meeting.
I wasn't gonna pass
But
it.
I was so worried that you'd be like super hungover,
No,
were you?
no, it was
This
fine.
was gonna be the big day that she was going to see Central Park, the Plaza Hotel, where all the guests of the Ding Dang Dong stay, which just pulling up alone, you were like, and we took her downstairs where they have like the Eloise thing, and we had that thin crust pizza that is
Pizza.
absolutely incredible from there. One of the things that was Lana's dream was to do like a horse and carriage ride through Central Park. So we made that happen for her. You did it actually with Jet and Bo.
So fun. Bo was waving at everybody passing by. And then the tour guide was actually giving us a tour of everything that had happened in Central Park.
Like all the movies that were
Like
filmed there.
where Kevin meets the woman, the pigeon lady.
Yeah.
So they showed us that rock,
Mm-hmm.
and it was amazing.
Also in Elf, where they have that epic snowball fight, they also show you where that happens. So that was pretty cool,
That
right?
was fun. I wanted to see Central Park so bad.
And then we had to take her, of course, to Duncan's Toy Chest, AKA. A lot of people don't know that in the movie Home Alone, Duncan's Toy Chest was based on FAO Schwartz. And are you ready for a really cool story? Hit it.
The line at FAO Shorts was wrapped around
No.
the block. Like
Two blocks.
And I looked at Adrienne, I said, you know, honestly, like as much as I wanted to see this, like Duncan's not in there anyways. So like it's okay.
She was really wanting to get the two turtle doves, but then I asked her, who would you give the other dove to?
And I said I would give it to you.
I'm not gonna lie, I realized that I didn't think this through properly because the year before I had taken Jet and Bo, but I had scheduled an appointment. So I get there and I'm like, oh my gosh.
So Adrienne, she gets us out of line. She's like, come with me. And I was like, okay, where are we going? She goes up to the toy soldier standing outside of FAO Shorts. She was like, hi, can I please speak with your PR? And he
No, actually, it's not what I said.
yes, what'd you say? First he said PR.
Yeah.
And the guy didn't understand. He was like, I'm sorry, what's PR? She was like, press and publicity. And I was standing behind her, mortified.
First of all, that's not what PR stands for.
It's
I got nervous
public
on the spot,
relations,
and I was like, press and publicity?
First of all, I was totally out of her comfort zone to go up to a complete stranger.
Because you have to understand, as much as people probably think like, oh, you can get to the front of lines, like I never.
No.
Ever do stuff like that. Hi, I'm Adrienne Bailon and something like that's mortifying to me.
Fast forward 30 seconds and he goes, aren't you Adrienne Bailon? And guess what? We cut the line and got a whole personal shopper.
Got a whole personal shopper, got walked through the store. Now let me tell you why I would do that. For myself, I would stand and wait in the line forever, but not for my family. Like if it's her and my nieces are standing, I was like, okay, I'm about to either embarrass myself terribly or we just might get in. I'll take the chance that we just might be able to get in.
And we got in.
We got in.
Okay, but hold on, I have to give a disclaimer. Right when we hit the streets of New York, or LES, everyone who passed by her was going crazy. Like the one woman by the Dominican hair salon, she was like, I watch it, she's crying. I watch you every day, there's people screaming from the windows, Adrienne, we love you, girl. It was like an out-of-world experience, I think.
Because again,
in
like
LA,
I told
it's not
you,
like that.
No one cares about that stuff. Like they're so used to celebrity and it's Hollywood here. But like in New York City, there's such a sense of community that they're like, damn, yo, we grew up with her. We know her grandmother. We know her mom. Like we know her aunts and her cousins. So when I come into town, it's not like I don't know, there's this sense of like homecoming. And I'll stop for every picture and
So I didn't think that would happen, but we ended up getting into FAO.
and Lana pretty much told me.
I said, what did I tell you?
You
I
were
said
like,
something.
she's like, now I respect you as a human or something.
No.
Yes, you
I was
did.
like, I said, that's the flyest I've ever done.
Okay, we can bleep that out, right?
You
Okay.
can say that word, no?
Lana!
Yo, that's the flyest thing you've ever done.
There you go.
Oh, I
the
saw
hotel.
the tree.
Oh yeah, the first time seeing the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree.
Wait, I have to show everyone what the background on my phone is.
Yeah. She's very excited about it.
It's so
No,
beautiful.
I know what we did. We went to go see the windows at Saks Fifth Avenue.
We did do that.
And then after Saks, I'm trying to get her to come out of the building, but I didn't want her to see the tree. Like, I wanted to make it a moment. So I'm like, turn around. And you turned to the tree.
She told me, don't look. And I thought she meant don't look forward. So I went like this and I was like, that's the tree.
And she was blown away, stuck on stupid for like 2 minutes. I took pictures of her. She took pictures of the tree. It was awesome. We then had reservations at the NYC Wineries Igloos at Rockefeller
Best
Center,
experience.
which was, go ahead.
So a couple days ago, Lucia asked me, when did you feel like, oh my gosh, in New York? And I was like, you know what? When we were sitting in these plastic igloo tents and there's a Rockefeller Center tree standing right there and you're drinking wine,
playing
just with
heads
a
up.
bunch of good people, you know? And
Yeah.
I was like, in that moment, I was like trying to hold it all together. I was like, but I could have easily like boohoo cried because I was like, this is what life should feel like on a daily. But I only felt it on that igloo in Rockefeller Center, so I have to go back. I'm sorry, was that insulting? Well, it was.
I had the happiest moment of my life, and that's what you should feel every day, but I never do.
No, I mean, like, it's not to that extent. I do
No, I know
feel
what you mean, though.
happiness,
I know what you mean,
But
though.
I feel like in that
It's
moment,
that moment, yeah.
is when you feel like this is what your holidays should feel like,
Yeah.
you know?
I gotta say, there is nothing like New York City during Christmas time. It's just so magical and whimsical. And yes, we were sitting there sipping our wine, playing heads up. And Lana and I discovered that we are never allowed to play on the same team because low-key, it is not fair.
We murdered.
Because people don't understand, we spend 24/7 together. We can practically read each other's minds. If I was like, she'd be like, I got it. Like, yes, I know what's happening. Then what was the next day?
The next day, we went to Vermont.
Oh, and the next day we went to Vermont. Lana had never seen snow before. So we pulled into Vermont and you were like, what the heck?
I was like people live like this? This is so cool. So we spent a lot of time in the cabin and then had so much fun there too.
We played our new favorite game, Cards Against Humanity. Comment below if you've ever played Cards Against Humanity.
She beat everyone every single
My
time.
sister is so good at the game because she's freaking hilarious. And then on the 24th, after Vermont, we then went to my mom's house and we pulled.
Wait, we snowmobiled in Vermont.
Oh, and I almost killed Lana.
It was the first time I ever seen snow, so I wasn't comfortable like doing activities in the snow. Claudette actually booked is it snowmobiling?
Snowmobiling at night.
So we went snowmobiling and we all had the option of getting our own snowmobiles. Well, who do you think drove and who do you think rode in the back? Because obviously we had to do it together.
Who in this situation is the adult and the child? We're gonna give you a second to comment below who you believe was the driver and who you believe was the passenger on the snowmobile. You guys, me with no license, how did we get away with that, by the way?
I gave my license.
Oh, but then I ended up actually driving the snowmobile, me with Lana on my back. Have you ever seen Dumb and Dumber? This is literally us. We were literally like
You
this.
guys, the best part was there was 2 seats, right? I didn't understand that there was 2 seats. So before the snowmobile took off, I wrapped my legs around Adrienne.
No, literally do it. Look, sorry. This is literally Lana.
So my legs were like this. So this was us on the snowmobile, and the guy said, you know there's 2 seats, right?
She
and
needed to move back and sit in her own seat. She did not have to be on top of my back.
So he's like, she needs room to drive. And I was like, okay.
I didn't think I needed room to drive, but I understand for safety reasons. And I'm not gonna lie, that we actually did vlog. I don't know how much of it is visible because it was nighttime.
Nighttime.
Could you see anything?
It was tough, but I mean, you could hear us, I'm sure.
Hear us doing what?
Scream for our lives at the last minute. So it was
pretty
a
quick.
smooth, beautiful ride. And as it's coming to an end, there's people that
By the way, we
live
were
on
snowmobiling for over an hour.
way over
Yeah.
an hour. We saw the stars. I've never seen stars like that, you guys.
Yeah, at one point they took us to the top of the cliff and they tell us to turn all your bikes off. So the lights on our bikes are off and it's pitch black. and we look up.
And it's just constellations.
Yo, straight up the Big Dipper, Snicker, all that.
Snicker.
What is it called?
I don't think there's this
Milky Way, Milky Way.
Snicker. There's no constellation called Snicker. It's a Big Dipper.
No! The Milky Way.
The Milky Way is our galaxy. Just stop.
Oh,
Calm down.
whatever. The galaxy of the Milky. Listen, I know it has something to do with chocolate. Okay. Okay.
So then on our way back down, there's people who live on the slopes, right?
Yeah.
All these beautiful homes. Someone's pool cover.
No, literally.
Their pool cover flew in our way.
This would only happen to us. Like, you know the wind, how stuff travels? It was like a plastic something. Some kind of plastic cover flew in the air.
And lands right under
our thing. So I can't.
Adrienne stops the snowmobile and everyone's already ahead of us and we're like,
so far ahead that I can't
help.
find, like I'm like, they're too far up ahead. Now I'm stopping to move this sharp. So I said, oh no, I'm not gonna lose them.
Yeah.
So we just went with that thing hanging on to us the whole way. So not only did we look like Dumb and Dumber, we now had a tarp just
and I'm back
flying
there
with us.
with the GoPro like help. We get over that and we hit a ditch.
I'm talking like, imagine a snowmobile going woof into a ditch and then I have to pull us back up out. We almost died. But it actually was fun. My thumbs hurt though. Israel just kept telling me, you have to relax. I was like,
My hands hurt. You're gripping too hard. All you need is your thumb. I don't want you to be too careful. Enjoy yourself.
I'm enjoying myself going nice.
And in the middle of us riding, Adrienne goes, do you have your phone? And I said, no, I left it back. She's like, I wanted some music. I'm like, I want to survive this ride. I don't care about your playlist right now.
I just wanted to hear like Rudolph, like I wanted to hear like something Christmassy.
I was like, no, I'm not risking this right now.
Yeah. The next day was Christmas Eve, and we were gonna spend it at my mother's house in the evening. So we drove pretty much the majority of the day. We went, got breakfast, enjoyed our morning, still in Vermont. Now we arrive at my mom's house and we are pulling into the driveway. What did you think? I'm so curious, what did you think my mom's house was gonna look like?
Adrienne wasn't raised there. We did see where she was raised and all of that. Like
we have footage of that too. I took Lana literally to the building that I grew up in, my grandmother's apartment door. We actually got to go in, ride the elevator up, which crazy enough, it was a 6-story building, but we only had an elevator that went to the 5th floor.
Now they have it to the 6th floor.
Yeah, that was amazing. Hi. You too, Mama.
So when we pulled up to your mom's house, I was like, okay, this is home, you know, like this is where like the family stuff starts, even though all we did was family stuff. But when we walked in, Nilda had a stocking and I was like, oh my gosh, why are you doing this to me? Why? You're gonna make me cry right now. So it felt like really, really special to spend a holiday with them, because I was like, I wonder how it's gonna be without my family. Like, was I gonna feel homesick? But I didn't at all. I'm sorry, Mom. I know you watch these videos, but.
No, when I tell you, like, my mom felt so honored that like Lana would even want to spend Christmas with us.
Of course, I love you guys.
So it was amazing. Like literally, we had her stocking hung up there. She had a full-on L stocking. What did we do that night? We drank coquito. We just kind of chilled. It was super relaxed and chilled. And then we woke up Christmas morning, opened some presents. Lana built a Barbie Magic Castle. What was that? It was a
Barbie airplane that Chuchi, the Chanel doll from Cheetah Girls, is sitting in.
There we go. I'm like looking for her. I'm like, where is Lana? I walk into the kids' room. She's there building an airplane. I was like, what the heck is happening here? So that's our morning, and then we actually all get dressed up. We then had a party. Lana got to experience what a Puerto Rican Christmas is like with full-on parrandas and like singing and playing instruments and dancing, and we had super fun. And then you left us the next morning and everyone, literally everyone cried when Lana left. Like, I filmed her getting in her car service, and then my mom was like, when she comes back, can we all say some words to her and pray over her before she leaves? And I was like, okay, Mom. She puts Lana in the center. Literally all of our family comes over. We're all wearing matching pajamas, by the way. And we're all like, Lana, we love you. We're so happy you're here.
Wait, so Nilda was supposed to lead the prayer.
That's the point. It was her idea.
Yeah.
And she goes to start and she goes, oh no, I can't do it. I'm gonna cry. And she like starts crying.
Which makes us cry.
Yes.
Like,
and then Israel ends up being the one having to do the prayer. And then everyone was crying. We are the mushiest human beings ever lived. If you never thought we were corny before, please comment with corn emojis below.
Don't do that.
They're gonna
It's
absolutely
beautiful.
flood it with corn emojis.
We're real friends. Like, don't you guys love your friends? I don't know. So we booked my return to New York for my birthday.
She's celebrating her
which
birthday
is
there
in March
with her cousins.
Well, now that I know what I should be doing or should not be
That's
doing.
dope, because I also can give you dope stuff to do with them, because it'll be like springtime, the weather will be nicer. Guys, comment below if you have any fun ideas of what Lana should do for her birthday in March in New York City. We love you guys. Thank you for letting us share this experience with you. I hope it encourages
Thank you for giving me the experience.
to come visit the greatest city in the world, New York. Make sure you subscribe. Sorry we messed up the vlog. Hope this made up for it. Mwah.